Good evening, race fans. Welcome into race 8 of 15 after a 1-week hiatus not planned due to the severe weather impacting the entire eastern United States last week. We had numerous drivers affected. The broadcasters themselves were affected. So we just took last week off, pushed Indy Road back 1 week. So we instead come here to Homestead for the Homestead 130. Here with my co-commentator, as always. Art, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Yeah, last week, a virtual race postponed by a real-life storm. Actually wild.
Sim race postponed by rain. Yeah, that's definitely one of the only times that'll probably ever happen. But glad to be here in Homestead. 130 laps. Stage break will take place on lap 30. Fuel capacity 70% as always. Gets us about 37 to 41 laps. 5 total tire sets, 1 starter set, 4 in the pits, 0 fast repairs, and 3 green-white checkers if needed. Don't think we'll need them, but let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action as qualifying is already underway. Currently top of the board, Sean Anderson running part-time this season. And he is top of the board. I think this is his 3rd race this season. William K. Price.
The Indy
Oval. What about it?
It would have been the Indy Oval.
That's right. We're back on the oval everywhere. Not road course.
No more road course. They said we're doing it once and that's it.
There you go. William K. Price, so strong in qualifying, doesn't have the results that he would have wanted in race trim to back it up, though. Really some rotten luck from this 34. His point of view of the last couple of weeks, but he's going to start inside the top 10 for sure. Maybe a front row start. Lawton, part-time schedule, he currently sits 4th. Mike DeWalt currently runs 6th.
Surprised by points leader Mark Whitley sitting P5 right now.
It's a low result for him. James Goodwin picked up his first top 10 of the season last week, and he's currently 10th right now in the Guinness car. And on his second lap, the 11, does he improve? It was a 33 flat, does not improve. Corey Blevins does not improve, nor does Samuel Demien down in the 16th. Surprising.
No Thaxton here tonight.
So that leaves Nathaniel Landwehr. His first lap of 33.2. He will have time to finish that second lap, and he is rim riding up against the wall in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, let's go on board with him. The time to beat a 32.79. Sean Anderson, the only man in the 32.7s. Steady wheel from Landwehr. Keeps it off the wall on the exit of 4. Blast to the start-finish line. His second lap good enough for 6th place in a 32.9. That'll end qualifying. Looks like we had 18 drivers elect to set a lap time back to Larry McDonald, 33.4. And then Ben Thomas, Zach Scare, William Bowman, Michael Davis, rounding out the 22-car field here tonight. And Sean Anderson takes pole.
Yeah, will we see a shakeup here? Sean Anderson with a fast lap, William Price sitting P2. See how they'll do like in racing conditions, but I'm liking the look of it.
Absolutely. Let's
All
quickly.
right, everyone, thanks for coming out. Let's see, you got 130 laps tonight here at the Homestead Mining Speedway.
There we go. Turn off the race control. Forgot I was actually doing some racing myself this week for the first time in a while, so I was hearing others. But let's quickly show you the championship standings as they entered into tonight. Mark Whitley, comfortable lead, and that's only going to increase. No Thaxton here tonight. So Landwehr looking to maybe move into 2nd. Shorts putting the pressure on as well. And we had the Indy Oval obviously pushed back a week. So we have Homestead, Chicagoland, and the Indy Ovals. 3 races left in the regular season to lock your spot in. And it's getting down to the wire. Probably going to have to make some big moves. We'll see if anyone tries to roll the dice here tonight to try and take a big swing at it. Drivers on the bubble.
Yeah, if you're... Oh, well, I was going to take a swing trying to get higher up in the points. Jonathan Schwartz and Landwehr with no facts. And, like, they have an opportunity to get, claw a little bit back to Mark Whitley.
Absolutely, but the top 10 on points. So Ryan Tiller, I believe I heard in the pre-race, so he is out sick tonight. He's got to be pretty much on the deathbed to consider missing this one. Somebody said he was out sick. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but Michael Davis, William Price, Goodwin looking to get back in. Zach Scare started off hot. Don't think he's here tonight, though. DeWalt, good qualifying result, and he sits 15th.
Ryan Tiller in chat, he can confirm whether or not he is sick.
But those are the points as they run for the top 18. Then further on back, some guys are going to need some big results starting now and for the next 2 weeks all the way down. But it is Sean Anderson on pole. He has two top 10s in a part-time season, so he's got the speed. Who's your pick to win here tonight?
I mean, William Price, P2.
I've said for a couple weeks it's Mark Whitley versus the field. Give me Mark Whitley until somebody can beat him. Starting down there in the 5th position. Got a little bit of traffic to deal with for the 77 for the first time in a while. Dominated 2 weeks ago at Bristol. We'll see what he does from 5th. Pace car is off. Sean Anderson enters the Geico restart zone, and we are green.
Yeah, there's some strong contenders sitting outside the top 5. You got Randy Arms, Mike DeWalt also.
Mike DeWalt was thinking about 3 wide heading into turn number 1. Doesn't work out for him, though. Already loses 2 spots.
He will be stuck 3 wide. 98 of Casey Brown, not able to keep it there.
Side by side for second as Lawton challenges down into turn number 3 for the first time. Sean Anderson, 3.5 car lengths clear. Schwartz up by the wall. Trying to make some moves here on this opening lap. It's Randy Arms also around the top, trying to work around Nathaniel Landwehr. We got a spin further back. I believe that's Corey Blevins up into the field. I believe that is Casey Brown. No. Who was that Corey Blevins came up into? The
80 machine. Larry McDonald. That car is struggling.
Oh, Demien into the back of Blevins. And Michael Davis sends him up the hill. Holy cow. No caution.
Yeah, both cars managed to keep it straight. But that might be to at least Larry McDonald's detriment.
Yeah, Demien just gets it in there, gets on the right rear. And the 24 slides down the hill into Michael Davis, back up the racetrack. Larry McDonald nowhere to go. And their race is pretty much over before it got started. Back at the front, the battle for the race lead. William K. Price has halved the deficit. It was 3.5 tenths. Now it's a 10.5. Now a car length. That 34 had a great run off turn number 2. Whitley up 1 spot. The 41 of Jonathan Mazzella started 3rd. Now trying to fight his way back inside the top 5.
Ooh, Schwartz is going to potentially be 3 wide here entering 1.
That was a very aggressive move. Went top to bottom. Trying to make that move stick. Don't think we'll have the momentum out of turn number 2. That top line, the place to be to make these passes work. Bottom will work on fresh tires, or if you really just send it in there, slide up in front of the guy you're trying to pass.
Funny, you said bottom line, you're going to have to work for it. Mark Whitley made it work around Joshua Lawton. Now going to work on William K. Price.
We have some guys up here that haven't led a whole lot. We know Sean Anderson has good speed. William K. Price has excellent qualifying speed. They haven't led a whole lot of laps this season. Curious to see kind of their mindset. Racing up at the front with some of the very best this league has to offer. Sean Anderson led every lap so far. Can confirm Zach Scare. He did register, but did not grid up, so it's currently 19 cars running. Obviously, we saw what happened to Larry McDonald and Corey Blevins. They're both on pit road, big damage. So 19 cars running, all on the lead lap. We're just taking a peek there. Might have caught the turn 2 wall there on the exit behind Sean Anderson, but he's up 3 spots. Schwartz is up 4 in that 58 machine.
We've officially lost Corey Blevins. Figured it was kind of over, but just confirmed it.
Yeah, the whole front clip was torn off that car. No caution because they bounced off each other and kept going straight. So really unfortunate for the 24. Really nothing he could have done there. Got sent off the bumper of the 21 of Samuel Demien. And there's the 77 making a move to the inside. The 15 trying to keep that momentum wound up on the top side. And he'll hold him off for now. Another aggressive move coming into turn number 1. 77. Can he clear up on the exit? Yes, he can. Maybe not, though. 15 fighting back with the crossover. The 77 of Mark Whitley will have that outside line and potentially the momentum to take that lead away for the first time tonight. Secure another bonus point. The 15 now clears himself up. Excellent battle here for the lead. William K. Price right there if something happens.
Willie doesn't have the momentum through 1 and 2 this time.
That last lap was very impressive from that 77. He was able to get back to the throttle on the bottom and slide up in front of that 15, but the 15 with an excellent crossover move to take the lead back. And now he's trying to pull away 2/10 clear of the 77. Homestead, one of the best tracks on the calendar for multi-groove racing, and that's what we're seeing here. Lotting around William K. Price for 3rd.
Randy Arms and Schwartz still on that high side trying to make something work out there.
A lot of guys making up some positions. Demien up 4. Bowman and Ben Thomas each up 3 respectively. A lot of battles on the track right now. Whitley might have burned his stuff up going to the bottom, just falling back ever so slightly. Could just be trying to cool his tires down for another attack on the 15 of Sean Anderson. All single file all the way back to that's James Goodwin and Tony Scarbo. Side by side for the 14th position. Scarbo looks like he has the momentum on the bottom side of the racetrack. Goodwin is now down 4 positions.
Roof numbers on for the fans. I just never liked the look of that.
Here they come at a turn 2 again. Whitley found some more speed. And right up to the back bumper again of the 15. Curious to see if Randy and Schwartz have staying power. They've been ripping the fence pretty much since the start of the race. Let's see if their tires burn off before anyone else's. Same thing with Sean Anderson. But he's got the clean air, though, on his side. As we are approaching halfway through our one and only stage, lap 15. Next time around, halfway through stage 1. Valuable stage points up for grabs. The fuel is expected to last well beyond the stage break. So right now, The last stage point going to Landon Quisenberry, up 3 spots on his birthday, 20 years old. Happy birthday, doing a nice job. 20 years old.
Imagine. Just do a DW.
I did do the DW. Happy birthday, Landon Quisenberry, 20 years old, winnering of the Homestead 130, maybe. Just ahead of Nathaniel Landwehr, so it's top 11 really, like nose to tail on a single file snake. While we were doing a terrible DW impression, Mark Whitley challenging for the lead again, but just
Also
like
getting
that,
challenged.
John Anderson takes it back, and here's Lawton. He's been in this fight the entire time. John Anderson, we'll see if he clears himself up. Yes! 77 boxes himself in, maybe not! Holy cow, what a move!
There was no room for error in that little move there.
No, I mean, I just assumed he was going to right hook himself. Excuse me, he's going to get himself left-reared across the nose of the 40 machine of Joshua Lawton, but it's a power move to take the lead. Holy cow, let's show you that again. Let's show you how he got to the lead originally. Back on lap 16, big slide job. Right up in front of that 15. 15 crosses him over again. And then out of 4, it all goes crazy. 15 has to back up the corner a little bit, but he is cleared. And he does a nice slide job, he thinks. Let's just show you that again. There was no margin for error, like Art said. Holy cow. I mean, he should have been hooked into the inside wall. That's an incredible move. That's not even something a spotter would clear you for. That's just saying, hey, I think I have the momentum. I think I have the speed. I'm just going to go ahead and make this move. That's all instinct right there.
Definitely.
Lawton settles into second.
Although, I was going to say, he does have an actual spotter, so...
Most spotters aren't going to give you the clear in that scenario, I don't think, though.
But in Chet, his did.
Yeah, he said, no call from me. Yeah, that's something the spotter...
Oh.
Yeah. I wouldn't have given you the clear down there on that if you were my driver. That's for sure.
I don't think anyone really would, yeah.
But it's got him the lead, and it's got him some clean air. He made that move all on his own.
Could you imagine he came back, Spotter told me I was clear inside, and you just hooked yourself?
Seriously. Yeah, he's like, I didn't make that call. I just did that. Man, what a move. Lawton not going away, though. Lawton having shown great speed in his selective starts every single time. Looks like we lost Ben Thomas as well on lap 18 while that lap was happening. It's now only 18 cars remaining. Larry McDonald still is on pit road.
He was out before lap 1. Scared out before
He
lap
didn't
20.
even grid.
Tell him to show up next time.
Yeah, Landwehr up to 8th. He was sitting 11th just a handful of laps ago. Slowly picked them off one by one. There's a 1.5 second gap back to Casey Brown, Mike DeWalt, and Landon Quisenberry fighting for the last stage point. Currently goes to Mike DeWalt in the 9 machine. It's really an 8-car breakaway. Back to now Mazzella, 1.5 seconds separating these top 8. So we'll bunch them back up here in just a handful of laps. But this will be curious once we get to that long run in stage 2. all comes back to pit strategy. Who's going to be the one willing to risk it? Get a lap or 2 early. Tire fall off here is pretty bad, but you know there'll be at least one person that wants to try it.
I can think of one person definitely potentially sitting in 6th place right now.
Jonathan Schwartz, he loves an alternative strategy. Fastest lap of the race by anybody is Samuel Demien, 32.89. Next closest would be a 32.96 the race leader. They're running mid-34s, and some have even dipped into the 35s now, so the fall off here is massive. But a lap or 2 is worth the risk, I'd say. Coming to 5 laps to go in the stage. Landwehr was down to 11th, now back up to 6th, so he was saving some tires. He's got a little bit of speed here in the second half of the stage. And he is 1.8 seconds off the lead. Let's go on board with him as he tries to track down this top 5. Car just looks under control, really smooth on the exit. Someone else starts to slide around and search for grip.
Yeah, I've been monitoring this battle back here. Mike DeMol and Samuel Demien, they're slideways out of the corner.
Landwehr is the quickest car on a racetrack right now. Don't know if he'll have enough time to catch our leader, but second
He's going to make
place,
it.
definitely on the cards if he continues his pace. He's 2/10 quicker that lap than Randy Arms. He is catching this group.
He's running about the same lap time as William Price.
Price and Landwehr quickest out of this group. Nick DeWalt. 2.5 car length separates him, and a stage point for Samuel Demien. 3 laps, a little less now. Whitley comfortably out in front, 7.5 tenths. Sean Anderson now fighting back for second. Oh, and he is slideways out of turn 2. Lawton gets by. Here comes William K. Price with a huge run into 3. Sean Anderson goes back to the top. He's trying every lane on the racetrack. See if he gets a crossover move here. He does go for it. 2 laps to go. Every point matters. Landwehr has caught this group.
Ooh, Demien's he's gotten to the back bumper, that 9 machine.
So we got a couple battles here on the last lap of the stage once they come out of 4. It is Mark Whitley comfortably out ahead. Sean Anderson trying to get 3rd away from William K. Price. Samuel Demien trying to get 10th away from Mike DeWalt. It does look like Sean Anderson was able to complete that move through 1 and 2.
But now he's got him back through 3 and 4. Timing is where he's going to have a lot of fun determining, this finish here.
Yeah, the 15 is going to have that momentum off the top side. For a little loose on the exit. The 15 will comfortably be ahead as Whitley wins the stage. And Demien does get ahead of DeWalt. +7 for that 21 machine. Will lose the 0x bonus, so that point was big for him. Obviously, he had that incident. He got into the back bumper of Corey Blevins. It sent Blevins into Michael Davis, and Blevins then came up and collected Larry McDonald on just the 2nd lap of the race. So everybody should be coming in for 4 fresh Goodyear tires and a full tank of Sunoco Racing fuel. While they do that, and we'll reset the running order, get a couple quick words in from the incredible sponsors of the LSRL Xfinity Series. big shout out to Wilder Graphics, Butt Kicker, Cleaning Authority for their wonderful support of the LSRL assortment of leagues. Be sure to check out their F1 leagues and their GT3 leagues. I think the GT3 league just started this week, run by our very own Daniel Hashi. Something for everybody. No surprise, everybody down for 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Looks like William Bowman's going to stop off one more time. Top it off with fuel. Maybe a strategy play might come into effect later. With the stage caution. 30 just about to be over with, and we should get some long green flag running. We're doing good, Drew. Doing real good. Just went 30 laps green, had a lot of good racing. And my Mark Whitley versus the field pick's looking really good right now.
It usually does when you pick him.
He started 5th, so I had a leap of faith there. All right.
Yeah, just pick the points leader starting 5th. Man, just had a little bobble in qualifying.
Oh, he got loose. Oh, Mark got loose. Another DW classic. I'm full of them. 18 cars on track. We officially lost Larry McDonald during that caution period. Mark Whitley gets his back underway, and we are green. He is cleared by 2.5 car lengths, heading down into turn number 1. Let's crank it up for the first time. Casey Brown that spun down to the inside on those cold tires, slammed the inside wall. Big left front damage for that 98 machine. And he'll need a caution, which he might not get. Get back into contention. Let's take a look at what happened. Casey Brown off turn 4. And it just came around on him. Had a little bit of air and slammed the left front into the pit wall.
Hasn't seen, fresh tires in 30 laps, forgot what it felt like.
Yeah, they do have a warm-up phase, and it just caught him out there. Cold tires. First side-by-side battle is Schwartz and Quisenberry. This is for 10th. Schwartz looking to the inside of that 75. The birthday boy. 3 spots from where he started. Fastest lap of the race, a tie between the top two, 32.88 for both Mark Whitley and Joshua Lawton. And they have dropped Sean Anderson by a second. So it's a 2-car race right now. A little racy further back. Nathaniel Landwehr, Randy Arms, Mazzella, William K. Price, 2x2. Price has that momentum on the outside. All the way down the front stretch. Maintains versus Landwehr. Just right on board with Joshua Lawton. He's looking to the inside. He wants the lead for the first time tonight.
Now it's a big send there. Mark Whitley holding him down. There's going to be contact.
That was real close. Whitley did not want him to wash out and get the run off of 4. And there was contact to that left rear of the 77, well held by both. And they were still a tenth faster than Sean Anderson that lap. These two are in their own zip code right now. Let's see what Lawton does this time around. See if he can generate enough momentum to get past Mark Whitley. Whitley looking for his 5th win of the season in 8 races. Simply dominant. This is his first season in the Lightspeed Racing League. He started it off by winning 3 in a row. 3 very different styles of racetracks. Lawton not letting him get away.
I mean, even if you get around him, you're going to have to stay in front of him for 90 laps.
It's no easy task, that's for sure. It's just battles for every position on the racetrack. Lucas Reed in a new paint scheme. Is that what I think it is? A Dino Nuggies car? Gotta do some digging here.
It is a Dawn of the Nuggets car.
Dino Nuggies Toyota. Best scheme in the field. By far. Everyone else can just go home, pack it up.
Like, Xfinity drivers embracing Dino Nuggies. I know Ryan Vargas is a big fan on Twitter.
Oh my.
Dino Nuggies making a comeback.
Dino Nuggies are forever. Well done, Lucas Reed. And everybody on that 10 machine. There's William Bowman taking a peek to the inside. Michael Davis, who probably has a little bit of damage on that right side, where Blevins spun down into him. There's Shields right there in the mix, and there's Casey Brown, who we saw spin on the first lap, getting up to speed on cold tires. Needs a caution.
I'm surprised that Casey Brown, he's not keeping up, but he's not dropping off the face of the planet.
No, I mean, he's running 10th off everybody else, but
like the fact that the car's still running that well after, you know, a direct shot.
All of the time lost was during the actual spin.
Yeah.
Which is pretty incredible because that was a decent hit he took to the left front. But with guys racing as hard as they are for every spot in front of them, I mean, their tires are going to be killed before his will, so.
And should the unlikely event that we do get a caution, like, he'd be right there.
He would. He had top 10 speed before that. Qualified ninth. Biggest mover is Samuel Demian. He's +8, kind of running his own race right now. Half a second to Quisenberry in front of him. 9/10 to Mike DeWalt behind him. Tony Scarbo +4. He's come alive in the second stint. Shorts has dropped back just a little bit. I imagine he's saving some tires. Saw what Landwehr was able to do at the end of that first run. Probably said, hey, we're going to get spread out. It'll be a long run to the finish. Like to have some tires in my back pocket. They have plenty of sets to make it to the end. Definitely going to save the set you have on the car at the moment for sure. As the sun starts to set in Miami-Dade County, I believe.
It's in Homestead, Miami, Florida. Like,
I don't really know my geography, I'll be honest. Ballpark it.
I would assume the county called Miami-Dade would be home to Miami. It is. I've Googled it.
There we go.
Homestead is so far away from Miami.
It's the Miami metropolitan area.
There's a Hollywood, Miami. How do you feel about that?
There you go. Yeah, you always, if nothing else, like what Trek said, Just say, hey, I'm saving tires. Don't worry about why I'm back here, 2 seconds off the pace per lap. I'm saving tires. The entire race. Nobody asking, no further questions. There will be no press conference.
I wish I could use that excuse, but everyone knows I don't know how to save tires.
Right front melted. It's a nice looking 59 machine. I think this is the second or third week Scarecrow's brought this Styx machine out. It's pretty sporty. James Goodwin started 11th, runs 11th in the number 11. There's something to that somehow, some way.
If he can finish there, that'd be great.
We're pretty happy.
Now he just have to take one off his car and hope for the best.
That's true.
Can he start first, race first, and finish first?
People want to know. It's like
Probably not,
Demien's.
because Mark Whitley exists.
Whitley is inevitable. Demien's still on the move. He's +9 as he moves up to 8.
I don't think you should be allowed to pass the birthday boy.
At least get him a gift or something. The gift might be some draft, and then as he tows him towards landwear, who knows? But Whitley has now dropped even Joshua Lawton by about 9/10 of a second. Just truly one of a kind speed from this 77 machine. The championship favorite from the time he unloaded in Daytona. We didn't know it at Daytona, but it quickly became obvious that he was...
I mean, I think we question him a little bit because it is Daytona. And then he did it again.
And again.
And again.
Then got a speeding penalty, took a week off, then got a top 3, then won again. And he's on track to win here. Still plenty of racing left. As Sean Anderson is in for a pit stop, looks like he'll be aggressive with the extra sets of tires they gave him. This is very early. Could go probably another 10 laps or so. We'll see if this is... I imagine this is 4 tires. He's got the number 1 stall. So he'll be the quickest car on the racetrack once he comes out. Right side's going on. You're just hoping for no call. Oh, that's right sides only. Never mind. What do I know?
We got a driver update for William Bowman.
William Bowman. Running P15, up 5 spots from where he started. Battling with Eric Shields right now. And 1.6 seconds behind Michael Davis in 14th. William Bowman in the 53 machine. So that is an interesting decision from Sean Anderson. That is trying something different. I mean, he'll still be the quickest car on the racetrack, even with 2 tires, so he is definitely throwing the kitchen sink at it.
I mean, you got to try different things when you want to win races.
Especially when you're running the traffic is pretty intense right ahead of him. He should blow by him. He's gonna have to wait a lap. He didn't want to take it 3 wide there. He'll do it anyways, right through the middle. I need to get through. Thank you guys. I'm on a different strategy, and he's just getting held up all the time. It is brutal for his race. Have to go through the middle again. He just got Mazzello. That's a lot, excuse me. This is only his 4th start of the season, so he's missed half the season. So he's definitely going for wins at this point. His last lap, 0.2 quicker than your race leader. And he will unlap himself the hard way in just a couple of laps. The battle for second continues to rage on. He just cut through all that like it was nothing, and these guys are fighting for every inch of real estate. There is a crossover from the 40 machine down the back straightaway.
I wonder with Lawton, opening up the window early, when is the first person going to react to it? Like, if they let it be Mark Whitley, I think these guys, fighting for second are going to have a problem.
You mean when Anderson opened up the window early?
Yes.
Yep. And speaking of Sean Anderson, there he goes around the race leader to unlap himself.
Like, if Mark Whitley is the next one to pit, these guys are going to have a problem. You don't want to be reactionary when it comes to aggressive pitting. Landwehr's 3 wide. There is no room, brother.
Oh my goodness.
He about wrecked him, Randy Arms, and Mazzella.
He was just biding his time, and he saw the smallest opening, and saw a little bit of tire smoke there, and Randy says, I got to get out of the way here. So we got some guys further back. Tony Scarbo, William Bowman coming in. Take advantage of these fresh tires. Casey Brown in as well. Every time you see that on the back of Landwehr's car, it's just got to be a little bit annoying to see his girlfriend calling you slow.
I think it's even worse when you're back there in 6th. Like, at least when you're running second, it's like, you know what? At least I'm in second. But now you're almost mid-pack too. You're down here, like, just in front of me. You're not even winning anymore. Stop insulting me.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. On Lawton, he was running right in the tire tracks of Mark Whitley for probably 10 laps or so right after the restart. And when you're that close behind somebody, it just burns your stuff up a little bit. And Whitley just had clean air the entire time. And now he's pulling away 2.5 seconds. Now Lawton's back to 3rd even. Quisenberry's one of the first of the guys from the top 10, besides Anderson to pit. So he's to answer your question, it's Landon Quisenberry from the top 10. The birthday boy, Kansas fan, coming in for fresh tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel. Here's what Sean Anderson's hoping for. He'll be around Quisenberry easily. Randy Arms is now coming in. This has been an excellent race from William K. Price's point of view. He's had great qualifying speed. Took him a couple of races to unlock it. The qualifying speed really ramped up a couple of weeks ago, and now the race pace is following. So he's come alive in the second half of the regular season. Landwehr is in.
That was an aggressive move by Landwehr.
Smoked him up coming in. Sean Anderson, he's ahead of Randy Arms by about 10 seconds. He's ahead of Quisenberry by 13. So it's in the short term, like we mentioned when someone does this. It works immediately, but over the course of the next 10, 20 laps, he'll be run right back down, and he'll have to do the same thing again, and he'll be hoping that a caution breaks his way.
William K. Price going to be coming in. Mazzella and Lawton.
Ooh, the 41 had to make a slight evasive maneuver there, as did Lawton. So this quartet coming in.
Now, this is going to be a big, if he can keep it up, points day for William K. Price.
Absolutely, and he needs one.
Yeah, currently sitting tied for 11th. No Ryan Tiller. Michael Davis not really competing with him. I mean, he's up there, but he's not, up in the top
your race
three
leader
with him.
is in. His one big mistake all season was a pit road speeding penalty at Texas. Just avoid that here tonight, and you're sitting real pretty. Short's going to stay out, lead a lap. Mike DeWalt also hasn't pitted. Michael Davis hasn't pitted, nor has Eric Shields. But here comes Sean Anderson, who should be the net leader once this is all said and done with the short-term gain of the 4 fresh tires. He got him before anybody else did. Yeah, there's Whitley, left side's going on, and there goes Sean Anderson.
It'll be a potentially big day for points because 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th in points are not here today. Kyle Ritchie, Casey Brunson, Perrin Huggins, and Ryan Taylor.
It's Daytona 24 week, so we could see some guys out practicing with their teams, getting their schedules ready.
Or like Ryan Tiller, but just taking a mental health day.
Sometimes you need it.
I mean, I stopped racing. Like, it got to me. Like, if something dumb happened, like, I wouldn't get over it.
I did a race earlier today. I spun. I hit all that 4 before I hit the wall. I just said, I'm walking away.
I don't know. I find it easier to be able to accept responsibility whenever you do something dumb. I always got worked up whenever someone else did something dumb and I was affected by it. The Andrew Cootie effect.
Oh, jeez.
This ain't even Rod Card. I'm bringing him up.
So Randy pitted 3 laps before Whitley, and he was able to get ahead of him. Landwehr is able to close up, so that just shows you how big the fall off is here. Sean Anderson, he's 6 seconds ahead of this group. But with much older tires, Lawton quickest lap by anybody so far, 32.84. Well, 32.85 times keep dipping lower and lower. Let's see if somebody can get to that 32.7. There's Whitley, you can see him there on board with Randy Arms. He's just back to the throttle first. Even 3 laps of tires makes a difference. Now Whitley will try and track down Sean Anderson. He's running nearly a second and a half faster, so he'll be there in 2 laps. And Sean Anderson, he's already led laps tonight, so he won't get a bonus point from this necessarily. Top 4 have stayed out still. It's Eric Shields, Michael Davis, Mike DeWalt, and then Schwartz. They are hoping for a caution. Not looking like we're going to get one. I mean, we do have a couple close battles here and there, but everyone here just so clean all the time. Racecraft is excellent week in and week out.
It's kind of like the specialty of LSRL and what we tell everybody to try and get, when we want to advertise. Like, yeah, come watch. Come race. It's going to be a good time. You're not going to get bogged down with cautions.
You get 1 stage caution for strategy. Here comes Schwartz and DeWalt. So that's Michael Davis. Big bonus point for him. Shields gonna make a decision this time. Buys on the low side of the racetrack, but that is by choice. There's Sean Anderson, and here comes Mark Whitley. The pass will be done this time for sure. He's over a second quicker. So this will be for the lead once the top 2 pit. Randy and Landwehr coming in just behind this. They are also quicker than Sean Anderson. Michael Davis is in. Eric Shields will now come in as well. Ooh, and Whitley got right up to the back bumper. of Sean Anderson. And now he'll be clear heading down into turn number 1 with the fresh tires and the clean air. Whitley should easily pull away. We'll see here. We'll see what Mike DeWalt, Eric Shields, Michael Davis, Schwartz, they have fresh tires now than everybody else. They ran so long that they get the fresh tires at the back end of this run. So we'll see how that works out for them as fresh tires come on by from 2nd and 3rd. Sean Anderson back down to 4th. You can see this is the long-term loss we mentioned. How fitting would it be, though, for the birthday boy to get his first top 10 of the season on his 20th birthday? He's had really top 10 speed the last handful of weeks, just has not had the luck to go with it. He's on track right now. We'll see if William K. Price can pick up his first podium of the season tonight. So we are officially past halfway. The battle for 2nd. Side by side, Randy Arms and Nathaniel Landwehr. Randy around the outside. Big crossover move there from Randy. Tried the slide job. Now Randy's going to try and slide job him back way up the hill. Here comes the crossover from Landwehr. Back and forth they go.
With that move, I'm surprised Randy was able to stay side by side.
I mean, he washed way up the hill.
Lost a lot of momentum. They're going to have to fight back.
William K. Price says, thank you very much. Just keep slide jobbing back and forth and crossing each other over. I'll be here in just a second, fellas. I very much appreciate it. $50 laps to go. It's Mark Whitley by 1.9 seconds over Nathaniel Landwehr. Battle for the podium definitely not settled yet. Eminem in the chat. Round the outside. He's feeling good after the Detroit Lions won a playoff game. And people could text about it for the very first time. What was it, 32 years? Since a playoff win?
So legitimately, this is the first time in history someone has ever texted the words to someone else. The Lions have won a playoff game.
Yeah. I mean, that's just incredible. It's also incredible as this move from William K. Price. He's, ooh, Randy a little loose there. Out of 4. That's not even a shot at Detroit. That's just the reality. I love Dan Campbell. That man played for many days. I actually had the ability to play football. William K. Price, I think, has looked over the long run like the second quickest car here tonight. Where he's kind of been in and out, back and forth. Here comes Eric Shields on his fresh tires. Big respect to Casey Brown. He's still chugging along. He is on the lead lap, but not for much longer, but he is still fighting.
Hey, he could pull his best Ryan Newman. It wouldn't hurt for a long time, but he could.
Just take the leader's line away. Price now pulling away from Randy and going to try and go to the high side. I mean, I feel like you need more mental health days when the temperature's in the negatives. Wind chill negative 20, it's like, I don't want to do a thing. I don't blame you. Looks like that 66 starting to slide around a little bit as he searches for grip. Price is on the march. He is the second quickest car on the racetrack. Joshua Lawton is the third quickest. Only one man inside the top 10 runs a 33-second lap time, and that is Mark Whitley. Shorts also running a 33-second lap time, but running 11. He went really long on his last stint. So he's going to have some speed here. Could probably catch Scarbo, probably catch Sean Anderson. Maybe even Quisenberry. As Eric Shields is on the march on his fresh tires as well. Looks to go chase down Whitley and get himself back on the lead lap, or at least get past Casey Brown to get the lucky dog spot. So there's a couple of things in play there. And here is the battle for second. Price trying to get to that left rear quarter panel and drag that 66 back. 66 does a nice job chomping the nose off. There is a 1 lap difference in tires. The 34 of William K. Price pitted on lap 67. Nathaniel Landwehr pitted on lap 66. Which is fitting because that's his car number as well. Battle for the lucky dog, but 14 lap pressure tires for this 27 machine. And it is no contest. They're up into 17th for Eric Shields. Run here for Price. Where does he take it? To the bottom late. Going to try the slide job potentially. Back to the throttle, maybe not going to be cleared up though. Comes the 66 back, and he will get cleared again. 98 going to still stay well out of the way with his damage, very respectful. The battle for the podium. Ooh, but he gets into the wall. He's going to go 3 wide. Price backs out of it. Smart move because the 66 washed way up the hill.
That's going to open the door for Price there.
Yeah, if he can be side by side going into 3, that opens up the move for the slide job. We'll see how aggressive the 34 wants to be. First back to the throttle. Looks like it was the 34, and he will be clear of this time if he wants it. And he does take it. He has some clean air. He'll try and pull away now with 40 laps to go. Just behind this, Randy Arms, Jonathan Mazzella, Joshua Locke going at it. Demien right there in the mix.
That was a great camera shot there. You got Randy Arms all kinds of sideways. I don't know how he's able to keep that side by side with Mazzella.
He is just fighting on that high side. He'll eventually have to tuck back in line. This is the battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th, just ahead. As tries to track down Landwehr and get back on the podium. Looks like Sean Anderson's going to start the next sequence. It is the final sequence of green flag pit stops. We are in the window now. So he is going to trust these tires to get him to the finish. Have to go a long way, but he did settle out inside the top 10. Didn't hurt him too bad. He does have a decent amount of speed to fall back on. And he is taking 4 tires this time. Those left sides have been on since the stage break. So he's down and away. Good stop.
You have to think by now, William Price and Landwehr might have given up on potentially the win. Like, I don't think any driver really fully gives up on winning, but he's 5 seconds behind.
I don't think you sacrifice your race in the way that some others might. Especially if you're William K. Price, because you're tight on points, I think you just run it out normally. You don't want to pit too early and lose a bunch of spots at the end. You know you're the second quickest car, so I think you kind of just say, hey, it's Mark Whitley. I mean, what, you know. We gave it our best shot, but you don't want to sacrifice a good points day. If you're Landwehr, maybe because you have points to fall back on, but I mean, even then, you're 6 seconds behind, another second behind Price, so you would be asking a lot. And we saw how it worked out with Anderson. Works out for a couple of laps, but the second half of the run, they all just run you back down. Then Yin continuing this charge, so he'll be plus 11. As he just keeps picking them up one at a time, every handful of laps. Throttle is that 21, he'll slide up. Maybe not close enough to try the crossover move. But he has been committed to that high side for pretty much the entire night. And look how loose he is there. He's not going to be able to save this one. Big damage. Down to the inside. He's well off the racetrack. Car is destroyed. Is he going to tow or is he going to... He's just kind of sitting there. But he is well off the racing surface.
He's got a tow, right?
And there he goes. Holy cow. Yeah, that was loose.
And
And it's just too much. My goodness. Let's back this up one more time. The cockpit, the hands will tell you the story. Keep your foot in it, keep your foot in it. Ah! There's another one, another DW. Oh, the engine did blow, so his night is done. Didn't see the puff of smoke in real time. But that'll be his night done in 18th.
I know Randy has a quick chat, you know, from the famous "You can't park there," right?
Right.
Michael Davis hit him back with it.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Brutal.
that is
brutal. But, hey, William K. Price. Oh, and Landwehr. Gonna try and put him under pressure. He was pitting with him. Doesn't want him to let him get away. Let's see if that was a late reaction. Because look how much time he makes up, too. Price has a lot more to lose, so he was pretty conservative. Very conservative on the entry, and Landwehr made up all that time. I can appreciate Randy Arms' pit crew going to work, changing the tires. They said, we'll get you back out there, bud.
It's just going to be a while.
Yeah. But the gap was completely closed in. It was about
I would say
7/10 of a second.
Whitley with
lost.
an instant answer, but I mean, not really an
It
answer.
It is the birthday boy gonna lead a lap on his birthday. Very nice. gets a bonus point for his troubles. Mazzella is out. Demien is out. Davis out. Scarbo and Brown in. Schwartz and Mike DeWalt still going, as is William Bowman. So it is the top 4 that have stayed out, as well as Eric Shields in 6th. So I guess 5 cars have yet to pit. Hoping for a caution. They almost got one when Randy ate the inside wall on the backstretch. But he was so far off the racing surface, there's so much runoff there, that it was not going to bring out that caution. He was not a threat to anyone on the racing surface. His last stop completed. William Bowman in for his final stop of the night, so that just leaves just a handful of others. Only 4 cars now yet to pit for the final time. Now 3. Quisenberry is in. William K. Price does dip into the 32.7s. For the first time, quickest man on the racetrack, 4 seconds off from Mark Whitley. Second ahead of the Landwehr, so he's opened the gap back up after pit stops. Anderson around Eric Shields, Lawton around Shields, who's on old tires, just trying to get a caution. They stayed out late on the last run, so they can't afford to keep going.
Are you okay there, bud?
26 laps to go. We're back. We're in our prime again. Mike DeWalt is in. So it's just Schwartz and Eric Shields hoping for a caution for the final round of pit stops. Schwartz can keep going for quite a while, actually, and he got 18 seconds of buffer. Why, hope for a miracle. Completely changed the trajectory of this race. There's Lucas Reed. Michael Davis going at it for 10th. I just love the man in these cars. That's just so good.
Kind of want some now.
I'm making a Walmart run tomorrow.
It's too cold to go outside tonight, though. And tomorrow. It's like, it feels like negative degrees out here. I don't want to be inside. Inside is cold.
William Bowman coming down again. I wonder if there was a penalty he had to serve. Or I wonder if he just is going to call it quits in 17th. We'll see.
I mean, he's still fighting for a spot, so hope he's not calling it quits.
He's in his own box.
I mean, this is all that Randy Arms could ask for right now.
Tires are going back on it, and Shields finally in, so the only man yet to pit is Jonathan Schwartz.
How long is it to fix a blown engine?
40-something minutes.
Not getting it.
We got 35 left. And Randy is locked into 18th. Bowman appears locked into 17th. Casey Brown. Actually, he'll be close with Shields, but I think Shields will hold him off. So I think 16th goes to Casey Brown tonight. And then we'll see what kind of charge Shields can put up here in the final 23 laps.
Yeah, William Bowman has manually disconnected.
So there goes Lucas Reed, and there's Casey Brown, and Shields coming out. On lap themselves, James Goodwin. Close to back-to-back top 10s. Two solid performances from the 11 machine. He just needs one spot to start 11th, finish 11th in the number 11. So need him to get around the Dino Nuggies car. That's a conflict there. Love the Dino Nuggies car, but we need the 11, 11, 11. Quisenberry looking for his first top 10 of the season. Michael Davis has come alive in the second half of this race as well. Looking for his second top 10 of the season in that 57 machine. Executed the second half of this race brilliantly.
Yeah, it's going to be big for him, especially with, like I said earlier, multiple top 10 drivers and points missing tonight. Need a big points night today.
And Schwartz is yet to pit. So there is potentially one more spot for a couple of guys. Obviously, Schwartz will be charging back towards the very, very end of this race. They'll probably pit there in the next 5 or so laps. Goodwin, he has done it. Started 11th, runs 11th in the 11 machine. The back of his car says brilliant, and it has been a brilliant performance. And the scratch on that car. Closest battle on track is between Sean Anderson and Samuel Yin. 8-lap pressure tires, though, won't be much of a battle. Schwartz is finally in as the sun has set here on the Homestead Miami Speedway. Quickly back to the lead. 18 laps to go, and he looks to hold it for good. The gap has been rock solid at 4 seconds. So I'll give William K. Price some credit. He did not lose ground. So right at 4 seconds. The 8 car, Randy Arms, has been checked and released from the infield care center. That's good news. That was a big hit. Glad to hear you're all right. Schwartz is out. He's in 14th. But he's got 8 lap fresher tires than Mike DeWalt, 12 lap fresher tires than Scarbo, 19 lap pressure tires than Lucas Reed. So he'll easily get back inside the top 10. I think he can maybe get back to 8th. Let's see. There'll be qualifying laps for the next 16 laps for this 58 machine.
I gotta say, I know it's all fun and games talking about 8 cars been cleared from the infield care center, but we used to joke about, rain delays in sim. We had one last week. How long till we get a driver who wrecks a car in sim and actually hurts himself?
There's gonna be somebody in a motion rig that wrecks so hard it flips their motion rig and they gotta go to the hospital. I'm just waiting on the article.
Got a little too much force feedback.
I've heard of those several times, to be fair. Those are actually a common occurrence where someone doesn't let go of the wheel and they snap their finger. A little 3 wide here. Scarbo and DeWalt split Lucas Reed.
I think for something like that to happen, you'd have to be as dumb as me. Because I would crank it up to 100%, just see what happens, and then something bad would happen.
100%, and then just stick your fingers in there and bad angle, and it's over. So I'm a bit worried for our 11-11-11. Mike DeWalt's got fresh tires, Scarbo's got fresh tires, and Schwartz has got fresh tires. I'm very scared. With 14 laps to go, I think it's gonna come up a little bit short.
He can lose one spot, or he has to lose one spot, but he's probably gonna lose more than that.
It's looking like 3 at the current moment. Schwartz already passed Lucas Reed. A valiant effort, though, from Goodman. If you're a fan of the broadcast, if you're watching it, you just need a block. Your life depends on it. And he did show a little block there to the 9. Because he is racing for a top 10. It's similar tires, but it would be a very tough ask. into the wall. He'll continue on. Okay, got away with one there. He'll look to pick up his third top 10. He's got to hold off a hard-charging Jonathan Schwartz to do that. There's a good one down to 12th. Everything we know and love is ruined.
At least we got the Dino Nuggies car.
We do have the Dino Nuggies cars still. That's all.
Although it might be a lap down here in a little bit.
Oh, man. Is there nothing sacred in this world of sim racing? Whitley putting on a clinic. He's now, the gap was 4 seconds for a good while. It is now 5.5 seconds. Nathaniel Landwehr has started clawing back some time, though, on William K. Price. So we'll see if that materializes in the final 10 laps or so. Sean Anderson chasing after. That was Quisenberry getting around Sean Anderson, excuse me. On the fresh tires. Look at this big send here from the 75. Have we mentioned that it's his birthday?
Twice.
20 years old. Years of experience led right here to this moment, to this move. He gets it done and pulls away. He's looking like he'll get a season best finish of 7th. Very well done, well managed race from the 75. Closest battle on track is between the 40 and the 41. The 40 got up into the fence there. That's allowing Mazzella to pounce. Closed up half a second like it was nothing.
And Mazzella was faster, like, anyway, so...
He was catching him before this, and then the 40 puts it in the fence, and there's nothing to this gap now as the sun has completely set. We're totally in darkness. As there are 16 cars that run, 14 of them on the lead lap. Eric Shields, Casey Brown, both laps down. One each. This is the battle for 4th, heating up as the night cools down. 8 laps to go. It'll take a miracle to deny Mark Whitley his 5th win in 8 races. I picked to win, getting it done.
I mean, mine's still... he's still P2. It's not a bad result when he got Mark Whitley in the field.
It's not. Well, Josh Thaxton won at Michigan in what was a thrilling race. That could have gone either way to several different drivers. Nathaniel Landwehr was the class of the field at Gateway. Nobody touched him. And Perrin Huggins won at Texas. And that's it. There's only 3, but we're right back to it. We'll start another streak here tonight. If he can hold on for 6 more laps at 6.4 seconds. 3 in a row, now 2 in a row. With a 3-week break in the middle. But only Texas during that stint with the pit road penalty. Really the only blemish on this season. He's got 6 top 10s in 8 races. I don't remember the other race. He must have come out of the top 10. Oh well. He had a 55-point lead coming into tonight. That'll get bigger. As there goes Mazzella to the inside. Has a lot of speed there, and he'll get the move done. Slid up right underneath Lawton. Well done. Jonathan Mazzella started 3rd. Solid top 5 run all night. Same thing for Lawton. As William K. Price has pulled back away from Landwehr, so it looks like he'll settle in to second here, 3 laps to go. First podium of the season. Big points night when you need it the most. Landwehr ever consistent in 3rd. Demien looks to be your biggest mover in 6th. Landon Quisenberry on his birthday gets his first top 10 of the season. And there's just a couple positions in the back half of the top 10, still not settled 100%. There will be 13, maybe 12 cars in the lead lap if Whitley has mercy on Tony Scarbo. We'll see. 3 cars just ahead of Whitley. We'll see if he just tries to back off. Casey Brown with some damage, though. Might be able to blow past him. Shorts only made it up to 10th with his fresh tires. And that might be the reason why, getting up into the fence a couple of times. Michael Davis trying to close here, as Whitley has started the final lap. 7.5 seconds clear of William K. Price. He gets by Casey Brown. It looks like Scarbo will be allowed to finish every single lap. We'll hold him off for another lead lap finish. Through 3 and 4, dominance. Mark Whitley versus the field, and Whitley comes out on top again, wins the Homestead 130. William K. Price all on his own in second.
Side by side.
Yeah, Sean Anderson and Michael Davis on the last lap. This is for 8th. Davis, every point matters. He's in the playoff hunt. Has the fresh tires, and he'll get the move done on the last lap. Shorts rounds out your top 10. And James Goodwin being hustled by Scarbo all the way to the line. This is 12th and 13th. James Goodwin from Scarbo. That is pure dominance yet again from Mark Whitley. And he will burn it down. Well deserved. It's pretty fun to watch someone that is at the top of their game and you can just put on a clinic week in and week out. It is hard to achieve this level of performance, but he does it almost every week. Schwartz will burn it down for a top 10. Why not?
This is where we find out he's cheating.
Yeah, hand over your computer, sir. You gotta check the files. That grip.exe is in there somewhere. But in all seriousness, congratulations. Started 5th. And showed that was just a blip on the way to his 5th win of the season. So I guess there's something to that. Started 5th for the 5th win of the season. Let's go ahead and get him in here. Mark Whitley has started 5th. Must have had a bobble on the qualifying lap. Not where we're used to seeing you start. But took a couple of laps, had some good battles on the way to the front. And once you got that lead, the clean air, never looked back. And picked up your 5th win of the season.
Oh, yeah. I'm not really sure. Qualifying, I ran faster than I did in practice. I thought it was pretty good. There was one spot where I thought maybe I was a little bit too easy, but I was kind of surprised to be back to 5th. I think the track just picked up speed, and I maybe just went a little bit too cautious on the qualifying lap, but I thought it was pretty good. Still had top 5 speed. Made our way through. Was a little worried we were going to burn the tires off. Battling stars we were, but thankfully I was kind of smart with it. And once I got to the lead, I was able to kind of run the top, kind of aero block a little bit. And then once the guys behind me started falling off, I could save a little bit more. And we got to the stage. And after that, it was just about trying to keep the clean air. And I know I got challenged there a couple times. I think it was by Joshua the 40. He was making me run a little bit harder than I wanted to on that restart for the stage, but I was able to just keep him behind me and keep his nose in dirty air, and I think he started falling off a little bit, and then I could really focus on hitting my marks, and after that it was just clean sailing. And the one move I made, kind of dicing through the field there on that first initial start, I know Brantley, I could tell exactly how much room I had because he was sounding like a little girl going, you got and when he goes like that, I know there's room. There's at least enough room. So I
Yeah,
kind of just squeaked through there.
Yes, where it's like, oh, he's going to get boxed in, and he had this, but you were not boxed in, and that was, what ended up getting to the lead. So that was move of the race, got you that clean air, and from then it was smooth sailing. But yeah, that move there was definitely move of the race for sure. That was pretty intense, but you timed it perfectly.
Yeah, I was either going to run to the back of the car in front of me, or I was going to get out there good, because I knew it was going to be close, but apparently all they could do was just kind of sound like a little schoolgirl being like, ew, like you could tell he didn't say clear. So, but I was like, I think there's going to be room. So, just sometimes you got to go with your gut instinct, and I've run enough of these races. I like to feel like I got a good feel for how much space I got around the car. So I had faith that I'd have enough room, and I guess I did. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see how close it really was, because it felt like it was if it had been the car would have been a paper width wider, it probably wouldn't have worked out. So all in all, hell of a start to the year. Can't complain though. This race got postponed due to some kind of nasty weather last week. It's one of my favorite racetracks. Always love running here, especially when it goes into the night. Can't thank the league enough for having me over here, and good hard racing there early in the race, and kept it clean and green. And I know that's one of the things I've been most impressed about with this league is just how many green flag runs we get, and I'm really glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 wins in 8 races, the bona fide championship favorite. Congratulations again, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in you got for the broadcast booth.
Big shout out Brantley, my spawner. Probably gave him a little bit of a heart attack that move of the race, you said. He also does great work he does paint jobs, Harpoon Design. Check him out. I know might be having a special paint scheme when the playoffs start here, so look forward to that. If you want to get something done by him, check out his website at harpoondesign.com. Or last I checked, I don't know if he's made the 2,000 paint jobs mark yet, but he was pretty damn close to it on Trading Paints last I checked. So check him out on there if you want to see some of his other work. Big shout out to my family tuning into these broadcast races. I know Twitch isn't usually their forte, so I'm glad they're giving it a shot and tuning in. I gotta think, like I said earlier, the league, man, letting me come in here, and everybody in here races hard, races respectfully. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys in here, and tonight it was just I hit it really good. I had a really good long run pace, and we went green, and that's if it would have been a lot of more short runs, I'm not sure how we would have done. A lot of guys top 5, everybody in top 5, top 10 even, they're all really, really fast on the get-go. So got a little lucky here. Hopefully we can continue this luck into the playoffs, and shout out to you for putting on a great podcast. Should be fun to go back and watch and see just how close that move was.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, 0 cautions tonight besides the stage. Pretty incredible. Once again, congratulations. We'll see you next week. I don't know if we're going to the Indy Oval, or I forget how they redid the schedule, but we'll see you next week. Next Tuesday, obviously, for some more racing. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good.
Here with your runner-up tonight, William K. Price started second, finished second. Not a bad night. Came in just a handful of spots above that 10th place playoff cut line. And last couple of weeks, he's really turned on the qualifying speed. Didn't really have the luck to go with that increased speed, but tonight, no shame in running second best to Mark Whitley. Clearly second quickest, especially that second half of the race. And you come away with a massive points all here tonight.
Yeah, man. I really needed a good finish tonight. Trying to make the playoffs, and then missed a couple got wrecked out of 2 races and missed the road course race at the beginning of the season, so kind of on the back foot. But I've been qualifying pretty good. Just got to put the race pace together and keep turning out top 5s. Honestly, top 5 is good until we get to the playoffs.
Absolutely. This is your 3rd top 5 in 8 races, and you missed the Roval, like you said, at the beginning of the season. Wrecked 2 weeks ago, big, as did everyone at Bristol, and you qualified well there, so good to see the luck turn around as we had to close out the regular season. But you had some good battles with pretty much the entire top 10 at one point tonight. You guys were getting it on those short runs, and as the race went further and further along, you kind of came out on top in those battles.
Yeah, man. It was super fun battling with everybody. I love this track, man. You can run wherever you want to, bottom, top, middle, slide jobs, man. It's so fun running here. I got a little on the back foot after the stage break. I was sleeping on the start, man, and lost a few spots when we went back green. And that's the only thing that keeps me wondering in my mind, could I have kept it a little closer to Mark if I would have had a good start, got in front of them guys, and tried to stay on his bumper. But all in all, second place, I'll take it. Best finish in the season so far, so we're good.
Absolutely. Got the momentum on your side as we close out the regular season. Congratulations. Will you get any shout-outs in if you have any?
Just you guys, the league, you guys do a great job on the broadcast, man. I enjoy watching these things back, seeing what I can do better, seeing what other guys are doing. And then just my teammate, Larry McDonald, he's struggling just a little bit, but we're going to get him up there. We're going to get him finishing some good spots. He got unlucky tonight. Car came right back out in front of him. Nothing he could do. And just my wife and my son. I told my son I'd shout him out if I got on the podium. So
there you go. That's what it's all about right there. But congratulations. To be completely honest, I don't know where we're at next week. I know we had to reschedule some things because of that nasty weather we had last week. But we will see you next Tuesday at somewhere. We're going racing somewhere. And looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Here with our third place finisher, Nathaniel Landwehr. Constant presence in the broadcast booth. Another podium finish in his resume. And kind of we're back and forth all night tonight. Looks like you were saving tires at times and then battling at other times, but ended up solid podium finish and another good points haul.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run overall. I just cannot understand how Mark was as quick as he was. Like, that was outrageous how quick he was. But I tried a couple different things before the stage. I tried to lay back and save tires. Realized with how the pit cycle was going to be afterwards that I may as well just kind of start going for it a little harder and just kind of see where we end up, and it ended up all right. So I'll take it.
Yeah, you probably had the best entry onto pit road we saw tonight. I'll give you that. William K. Price, probably about a second and a half, maybe almost 2 seconds, and you closed right up to his back bumper on that final stop of the night. So you made the most of it on pit road, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is a really tricky pit road. I remember back last year for the championship, I practiced it quite a bit, and I've kind of lost the touch a little bit, but definitely quick enough.
Yeah, that was definitely a pretty intense entry. Love to see that. It was fun to watch. But congratulations on another solid podium finish. I'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Oh, shout-outs. Just all the people watching, especially any family. Wonderful fiance now, not girlfriend anymore.
Hey, congratulations.
So, thank you. So she's watching. Appreciate it. Love you. Let's see. You guys make it happen. Every week we race. Really, really entertaining. Really appreciate it. The admins doing admin things, making sure races go good, punishments get dealt, all that fun stuff, and all the guys that race week in, week out. Really clean group. Just really appreciative of everyone that is involved to make all this happen.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep, see it.
Here with Landon Quisenberry. And first of all, happy birthday. I know you told me pre-race before we went on the air, but I haven't really mentioned it a whole lot tonight. Just kidding. But yeah, happy birthday, 20 years old, and you used all that experience to pick up your first top 10 of the season, and it's been a long time coming. You've had some great speed. Just hasn't had the luck or the results to go with it.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start. I'm just happy that I don't know. I'm just happy it happened at this point. I would say it sucks it took this long, but I don't know. I've done a lot in this league. I'm a 3-time champion in this league, and they run me hard every week. They're pushing me to my limits, and it's like, I don't know. I told you in practice, everyone just within a tenth of each other. It looks like the times look like we're racing to the whole shot in Supercross. So I don't know. That was a fun race. I didn't really think I liked Homestead that much, but it was super fun, and I felt like the race was going to be one on the bottom, and that's kind of where it was. And I just kept my nose clean and played bold but not too bold strategy. Like I think the 58 and the 9 were probably better than me. They played too bold, and then the 15 was too bold on the other end of going down pit road way too early. I think he went like with 70 to go, and I was shocked. But I don't know. Try to jump people by pitting early. Try to go longer to get tire advantage. I was praying for Randy to bait them into pit road, And then when I was telling him like, "Oh, come on, you wanna pit," he looped it on the back straightaway and went hit the inside wall.
Yeah. He was so far down there that the caution was not going to come out because so far off the racing surface. But yeah, it was interesting. We saw a couple different pit strategies, and we saw a lot of guys searching for grip, top, middle, and bottom. So it was a really fun race to watch up here in the booth. And you were making some moves out there. You ended up +6 from where you started, so a very solid night. And finally, put it all together and got a solid finish.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep the momentum up. I don't know where I stand in the points. I could have got eliminated. I know I'm racing for the wild cards. I'm not racing for the top 10 spots. So I think I'm racing like a few of the people I beat tonight, but who we'll see. If not, I'll try and carry the momentum into next season. They just better not let me heat up because you don't want grease to catch on fire because that's gonna be hard to stop.
It's probably the line of the night. Well done, and we'll see you next week.
All right, I'll see you.
At least that's up. Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Hello. Hey.
Here with the Speed Zone guys. I was told, Randy, during the race that you were issued a parking citation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tried to park it in the grass at 180 miles per hour.
There ain't no grass on the back sheds, if y'all wondering.
Just checking it out for everybody.
Yeah.
But you were committed to that top side the entire night, and that thing just looked like a handful from the drop of the green flag. It was just loose.
It was actually, it got to the point where I was just getting really tight in the center, and then it would just want to snap off. And I was just trying to hold on for just a handful more laps before we pitted for the last time, and she just went coming off of 2, and there wasn't anything I could do.
Yeah, turn 2. We saw it last season too when we raced here. So turn 2 definitely kind of that tricky corner, especially on old tires, and ended up getting you around. But you got a solid points haul to your name already. Not in danger of falling out of the top 10. So take it what it is and move on into next week for sure.
Yeah, we got pretty good buffer so far over the cutoff. So luckily, we could afford a race or two here at the end of the regular season.
Definitely. Samuel Demien, you were the biggest mover tonight, +11. Ended up coming home in P6 tonight.
Yeah, we tried to keep it consistent. Trying to shoot for the most top 10s without a top 5 this season, so it seems to be working out pretty well.
And you take what you can get. You were, one spot out. You got to just say, hey, Joshua Lawton, you ran your part-time schedule and cost me my top 5. But nah, you had some good battles. You were just picking them off one at a time. You look up, and he's up another couple spots. So that was a good run from you tonight.
Yeah, we've been staying consistent, so that's what's fun. But next week, hopefully get a top 5 and, keep grinding it out.
Absolutely. And then Mazzella, you were racing really good up there inside the top 5, top 3 for pretty much the entire night as well. That was a really excellent run from you tonight.
Yeah, I'm trying to make up this point deficit I got. I'm looking at it. Who's Kyle Ritchie in 10th? I'm hooking him next race.
We're still on the air.
I got to make up some points, but I'm still out of this top 10, and I don't like it.
So it is very close. I mean, look at this. We got James Goodwin 130, Kyle Ritchie 129, Tiller 127, Casey Brunson 126. My goodness, that is tight.
I mean, if I could catch Mark, I'd hook him, but you don't see him after the drop of the green flag.
The only way you catch him is when he's lapping everybody.
That's a good idea. I'll have to pay somebody off. No, but I'm trying to knock out these top 5s. I don't know if you saw the first half of the season, but I sucked. But so I got some catching up to do. But
the momentum, it's shifting with 2 races left in the regular season, so it's a good time there.
Yep.
To have it start shifting.
Yes, sir. Dad told me if I ain't cheating, I ain't trying hard enough. So
there you go.
Or make it happen.
Casey Brown, you were one of the few, you and Randy, that tried to bring out a caution tonight. You had that incident on the restart with the cold tire, just caught you out off guard there, a little bit off turn 4.
Yeah, we just put too much throttle into it, and he went and tried to catch it, but it was too late. So just really hoping for a caution. Had over 2 minutes of optional repairs, so just try to salvage what I could. And I hate this freaking track.
Randy bailed you out with a free spot, so there you go.
I'm gonna
I
check the
appreciate
payroll. I
that.
think we forgot to pay or said a flagman tonight or something.
Seriously, the one on the front stretch, I thought, because it's not as much runoff, but I kind of understood yours. I was like, oh, you just down there, a couple 100 feet off the racetrack. They're not gonna throw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Scarebo, you were shown mercy by Mark Whitley. He let you finish on the lead lap tonight.
Yeah, I think I got a participation trophy. That's about it tonight. Yeah, I don't know.
You were up 2 spots from where you started, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I like this track. I'm just not fast, so whatever. Go on to next week.
What is next week?
That's a great question, because I know we had to move out the oval.
Indy.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're
Chicagoland.
Yeah.
so Chicagoland, then Indy, and then playoffs.
Oh.
All right.
Slide Job City. Come on.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
That's what tonight
Plenty
was.
good place to hook people. Sorry, I didn't say that.
And then Eric Shields, you just did not catch that caution. You were one of the ones that were staying out really long and just hoping that you would catch that caution and kind of put everyone a lap down, but it did not happen tonight.
Yeah, I was just trying something different. Homestead is not a track I'm very good at, especially on long runs. So I was just trying to be smooth and not make mistakes. I was able to make up a couple positions due to other people's misfortune, but this was sure one of the races that I've ran.
Of all time, absolutely. But
Yep.
Car came home in one piece. You went for the strategy, and you're just with the cleanest group on iRacing, so you can never count on that caution. But yeah, it's a fun race to watch. Different strategies, obviously, and then multitude of racing that Homestead provides. It was a lot of fun, and looking forward to more of the same at Chicagoland.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good
Thank
one.
you for your broadcast, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. We'll see you guys next
care.
week. Yep.
Don't freeze to death. Depending where you live.
Try not to. It's we're gonna be below freezing in Georgia, so we might have to make a run on the bread or something. Who knows? So
Yep.
desperate times down here. So
Take care, man.
yeah, you too. And then here with James Goodwin, 2 solid finishes in 2 weeks, starting to get some momentum, and he's inside the top 10 with just 2 races left in the regular season. Tonight we were watching it. You started 11th, ran at 11th for most of the night, and almost finished 11th in the number 11 car. So we almost had that, and then kind of got passed right at the end there with some guys on some newer tires. But definitely a solid race for you here tonight.
Yeah, no, definitely can't be upset with the ending result. Big thing was just trying to manage the tires and figure out what groove worked at what point the tires were worn in. So I started to get a better feel for it there at the end with some of the guys, their pit strategy. They were a little more consistent and just couldn't, I mean, I had nothing for them when they would catch up to me. They'd have 15 lap newer tires. So not much you can do with that.
Right. You're currently 9th in the points with 2 races left, 130 points for you. 15th is at 121 points. So the next 2 races really going to be about minimizing mistakes, trying to get as many bonus points as possible, and just bring home some consistent results and try and get yourself locked into that top 10.
That's the plan. So far, so good this season. I haven't had all the best finishes, but the big thing I've been trying to do is just be consistent, finish races, and bring the car home clean. So far I've been doing that. We'll see if we can keep it up.
Absolutely. Well, we're headed to Chicagoland next week. We'll see if you're able to continue that and get yourself locked into these playoffs. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Alrighty, that is everybody. Art, your final thoughts on tonight's race? We've lost him. All right. Anyways, Mark Whitley wins again. 5 wins out of 8 races. Absolutely incredible. We had 13 lead lap finishers back down to Tony Scareboat. William K. Price, his first podium appearance. Landing Quisberry's first top 10. Good finishes for Mike DeWalt, James Goodwin, Scareboat. And then obviously we had the incident on the second lap of the race involving Corey Blevins and Larry McDonald. They didn't even get a chance here tonight. Zach Scare never took the green flag. Ben Thomas not honestly sure what happened. Just saw that he had dropped from the race. And then Randy, having his incident, spun down the back straightaway, blew the engine. His night was done. 33 laps down. William Bowman parked it. 26 laps down. And then Casey Brown got loose off of 4 on a restart on cold tires. Ended up 2 laps down. Lucas Reed, Eric Shields rounded out your top 15, 1 lap down each. But plenty of racing here tonight. Loved it. Multi-groove racing, different pit strategies. No cautions. So incredible stuff there from everybody. We head to Chicagoland next Tuesday night. Looking forward to that as the playoff hunt heats up even more as the temperatures drop across the country. So everyone stay safe, stay warm. We'll see you next Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern for Chicagoland. Y'all take care.